According to reports, Andrew Wiggins is indeed back in the Bay Area. Does that mean he's going to return to the Golden State Warriors soon? That's what we're talking about on today's show. I'm Chase Sr. You're watching Warriors Today. Thank you so much for making today's show a part of your day. Before we dive into the latest on Wiggins, let's take a look at some numbers here. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and we'll show you how close we are to getting to that milestone in just a second. But take a look at this. On Saturday's show, we picked up 380 new subscribers. Can we beat that number with today's show here on Sunday Fun Day? It's up to you. For those of you who are unfamiliar with us, we do Warriors shows multiple times per week, keeping you informed on all of the latest happenings around this basketball team, draft coverage, free agency coverage, trade deadline coverage, off-season coverage, and of course, we do a lot of shows during the season as well. I believe that nobody does a better job of informing the audience as well as entertaining with consistent shows. It's Golden State Warriors Today, and we're on this road to 50,000 subscribers, having a battle with another channel here at Chat Sports under our Chat Sports umbrella. That is the Lakers Report. I still think that we can beat the Lakers Report to 50,000 subscribers. Now, of course, they're a little more than 200 people away from that milestone. Warriors Today getting there, though. It's Dub Nation. Stand up, show up, and show out. Let's begin with Andrew Wiggins, and really we're talking about only Wiggins on today's show. Jason Dumas, who is a sports reporter in the Bay Area for one of the local stations out there, K-Ron, I believe it is, did tweet this out on Friday. I have been told that Andrew Wiggins is back in the Bay Area. He had spent most of the recent weeks out of town. And then Andrew Wiggins' girlfriend posted a picture on social media looking for hairstylists in the Bay Area. So what does that mean? Let's decipher it, right? That means that probably Andrew Wiggins is in fact back in the Bay Area, and his girlfriend, who he's dating, is looking for a hairstylist in the Bay Area as well. That means that probably both of them are in the Bay Area. So now, does that mean that Wiggins is going to return to the club with only a couple of games left in the regular season to get his body in shape to the point where maybe he doesn't partake in games, right? But he can return to the floor to help this team chase yet another NBA championship so that they can repeat and go back-to-back. It is certainly a fascinating scenario that we've been following for a really long time when it pertains to Wiggins. Nobody knows why he has been away from the team. All we know, it's a family matter. And on the internet, a bunch of speculative internet rumors involving his family. His aforementioned girlfriend did take to social media to address some of the rumors out there. She denied them. Now, Sunday's game for the Dubs will be the 22nd straight DNP for Wiggins. So he's been out for a really, really long time. But when he was on the floor, he was injured a little bit earlier this year, he was putting together, once again, a very good campaign. You look at his numbers that he put forward in 2022, 2023 prior to him going out. He was averaging 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, shooting and connecting on about 47% of his field goals. And the really important number here for him as an individual, because when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he did lack a consistent three-point shot. It is the three-point tallies. 39.6 from beyond the arc. Offensively, of course, Andrew Wiggins can be used in a variety of ways. He's at his best when he is knocking down three-pointers, and the Warriors are at their best when he's on this team as currently constituted because of his high-level premier defense against some of the top wing players and scorers in the NBA. So with that, our first poll question for today is this. Is this a sign that Wiggins is returning? We're going to give you 3 options here to open up the comment section. Y for yes, N for no, U for unsure. Let us know. This is why I believe Golden State needs him to have success at trying to repeat as NBA champions. Andrew Wiggins, a high-level defender. Look no further than what he did against Jason Tatum in the NBA Finals last year. It was a masterpiece. It was a master class of basketball by Wiggins to be able to wear him down, tire him out, and played the defense that he did, which of course came up with stops on the defensive side of the floor for Golden State, which then also led to points on the offensive end of the floor. Wiggins has developed into a player that he's not the guy that a lot of people pegged him to be as the next LeBron, the next coming of Michael Jordan when he was drafted #1 out of Kansas. He has great athleticism and did at Kansas. He was a really good athlete there. Because of that, the athleticism kind of covered up for some of the offensive inefficiencies. He is never going to be that guy who everybody thought he was going to be coming out of Kansas. And that's why some people are frustrated with him with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Did he still put up really good numbers? Yes, he did. Did he play really good basketball? For sure. Not as engaged all the time defensively, so there were some frustrations there. He also got this massive contract from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and everybody's thinking, you got a max deal, you have to be our #1 option. He wasn't that. And Andrew Wiggins will never be the best player on a championship team. But to trade D'Angelo Russell and to get a pick back for Andrew Wiggins, that is a heist, a highway robbery pulled off by Bob Myers, because Wiggins was a huge component in the Warriors winning a championship last year. On top of those previous couple of points, he helps the switch and the hedge game defensively. He's a 3-level scorer. Because of that burst and that juice, that twitchiness to his athletic arsenal, he can get to the cup, he can hang around the trees, finish around the rim, throw down some really athletic dunks. You can hit him on a backdoor cut, hit him on an alley-oop, but with this handle, it's not great by any means, but he can at least get to the cup with it. He can rise up on the mid-range, knock down a mid-range Jimmy, and then the three-point shot has really improved the last 2 years, 39.4% from deep on nearly 6 attempts over his last 2 seasons. Without Wiggins in the lineup, a couple of players have stepped up, and of course, you have to give them their flowers. One of them hasn't really done too much because he just returned to the lineup recently in Gary Payton II, but he is one of those guys who is going to have to continue to play in the place of Andrew Wiggins. And even when Wiggins comes back, GP2 obviously still going to have a role with this team. JaMychal Green shooting more than 40% from 3. Obviously, he fulfills needs from an athletic standpoint, more so in the front court. From that guard and wing spot, it's Dante DiVincenzo and Jonathan Kuminga. I applauded the DiVincenzo move at the time in free agency. Love what he did at Villanova. He was a winning player there, won a national championship, went off in the Final Four and overall in the NCAA tournament. Gets drafted in the first round because his stock skyrocketed by the Milwaukee Bucks. And kind of like Wiggins, right? As a first-round pick, didn't live up to those lofty expectations. Signed a 1-year deal with Golden State to really prove himself. He's really been able to do that. Ball handler, three-point shooter, good athlete. I think he's added to the culture. And then the young gun, and Jonathan Kuminga, does give you some of those traits that Andrew Wiggins gives you from an athletic standpoint, of being able to guard multiple positions and just giving you that wow factor in terms of him being a freaky athlete. My overall take on this Andrew Wiggins situation, obviously it's been weird. We haven't really hit on the speculative rumors out there because what he's dealing with, I hope he's okay. I take mental health seriously. Obviously, you know, after my mom passed away, I was down in the dumps for a really long time, depression, anxiety. So if that's what Wiggins has been dealing with, you of course have to give him that grace period to come back from that. So I don't take that lightly, right? But from a basketball standpoint, let's talk about that. Warriors need him back to have a chance at going back-to-back to win another NBA championship because he is part of the fabric of this organization. And from an on-court continuity, camaraderie, and fit type of perspective, Andrew Wiggins has really fit so well on this basketball team. And I think that he has been the beneficiary of this Warriors culture. You have the most selfless superstar of all time in Steph Curry. You have Draymond Green who will hold you accountable. Klay Thompson is that cool dude. Bob Myers is the best executive in basketball in my opinion. You have a really good coach who can understand players on a personal level in Steve Kerr. And Wiggins never really had that stability or that structure or the surrounding pieces and talent with him with the Minnesota Timberwolves. With Karl Anthony Towns, he's kind of flaky, right? He comes to the Warriors, does Wiggins, and he's really been able to benefit from the culture with the Dubs. And because he's so good defensively and because of what he offers, as I talked about offensively, Dubs just need him back. So if you are subscribed to the show, sub for Dubs. See what I did there? Type Dubs down in the comment section. And I'm going to circle back to this. We picked up 380 new subscribers on Saturday's show. Can we beat it on Sunday? Some bragging rights, right? Can we beat it? Lock us in, subscribe. We appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.